think I broke the chair. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm 30 minutes late, I think, or 35 minutes late. Such is life. I overslept. So yay for oversleeping. Good morning, everybody. The drilling has begun. Such is life. I am currently restarting my desktop so that I can log in to Facebook and see your messages, because it's a little difficult to see it on my phone. I'm doing the live video via my cell phone. And this is the drilling that I was talking to you guys about the last couple of videos and in my rants. And there's nothing I can fucking do about it. So such is life. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until my desktop restarts so that once I'm able to see your comments below the live screen box, I can start the day 3 of 12 days of coaching. I'm actually doing the video today from my little office in our condo, which I loathe because there is no natural lighting. So I literally have like 5 different lamps in here just to be able to do the video. If not, it'll look so dark and nasty. So, and there's no aircon in this room. So I would have the floor fan on usually, but it would make a sound. Not that it would matter right now because the drilling is a lot louder than the damn fan, right? So anyway, welcome to day 3 of the 12 days of live coaching. I have no idea what I'm going to coach about today because, like I said, I overslept and I am fucking tired. But I think because the year's almost over, the most natural choice for today's coaching is goal planning for the new year. For those of you who might think, oh, goal planning is easy, that's an easy thing to coach. It really isn't. Because if you would have already planned out your year and your goals, you wouldn't come to me or ask me questions about goal setting, right? And this is what I mean. 90% of the people that I coach don't have a schedule. 90% of the people that I coach don't plan ahead. So studies show that you people are not freaking scheduling out the shit that you need to do. All right? So let's talk about that for a minute. Go ahead and get yourself a fucking planner or a piece of paper and write it out, days of the week. Write out the time, block out the times of the day that you know you are set to do something. So that's number 1 with goal setting, all right? I'm gonna take a minute now. Go grab that fucking piece of paper. All right. And I'm not joking. Seeing your goals down on paper makes it that much easier, okay? So let's talk about goal planning and how to plan out your goals in a way that you actually are accomplishing your damn goals and not just from the momentum of the first 3 months of the year, which we know happens. We set out our goals in January. We're happy. We're in the feeling of it all. New year, new goals. And then 2-3 weeks later, your ass forgets about that shit and you go back to the same old routine. You waste a whole fucking year and then you don't do anything, right? Let's not repeat that. How about we don't? So one of the things you can do is to really write out your goals, and writing out what your schedule currently looks like. So for those of you who have kids or have a job, who are married, and the reason why I say married is because you want to schedule in your date night, okay, which is important. And I have to schedule it for January myself. So get that piece of paper. You can even go on Pinterest, man, and freaking Google search on Pinterest some really cool like daily schedules or monthly schedules, like little planners. They have some really cute printable planners on Pinterest for free. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. If you're a visual person and you need the printer paper to look a certain way, which I am a very visual person, so go ahead and print that out. And you want to first book out the things that you can't change. Like the kids are in school for 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. You block out that time that the kids are in school, right? If they have to wake up an hour before or 2 hours before to get ready for school, then block out that time as well. There's nothing you can do about it. That time is already blocked out. And the reason when you want to do that is because once you block out all the time that you can't change, like you have to block out eating. You have to block out preparing dinner, you know. You have to block out time for yourself, right? It'll make it easier for you once you see the blocks of time that are constant and that you can't change. It'll make it easier for you to schedule all the other things that you want to accomplish. All right, so that's what I would do first. Okay. Good morning, Anka. How are you, my love? I am still a little nasal from the allergies that I still don't really know 100% what the fuck I'm allergic to, but that's life. I planned on going live at 9, but I overslept, so I'm now having my first cup of coffee. So that's that. I'm talking about goal planning and how to really plan out your year without losing momentum. So one of the things that we are, oh, I see your messages, yay. So one of the things we do is we tell ourselves and our friends or our loved ones, oh yeah, I have to do X, Y, and Z, and I really want to accomplish this goal this year, or I really want to, you know, spend more time doing whatever it is that you want to do. And the reasons we don't actually accomplish those things is because we actually don't really fucking write it down. It's in our head. And because it's in our head, we don't realize how much time we've wasted actually saying we're going to do stuff and not actually do it. When you write it down and you give yourself a celebration line instead of a deadline, when you give yourself a celebration line, when you give yourself a time frame on when to accomplish this stuff, it makes it easier to attain. So I'm a big fan of writing stuff down. For example, the other day, I forgot what it was, something popped up on my Facebook feed. You know, when you reach, like, it's been a year since you did X, Y, and Z, you know, so Facebook likes to remind you of, for example, it's been a year since you were plastered out of your goddamn mind and you drank too much. Yeah, I see a lot of those on my timelines. And one of them came up that I was having when I was having my coffee enema, right? And it popped up on my Facebook because I'd never had that procedure and it was wonderful. That could be a topic for another day. And I really could have sworn it was only 6 months ago that I had that procedure done, and it's been a year. So my husband and I were in shock because I kept telling him, oh, we have to go back. You know, I have to go back. I really need it. My stomach's been really crappy. So, you know, I got to do it. And the days would pass and the weeks would pass. And I could have sworn it was only 6 months ago that I had that procedure done. And no, it's been a year. So I feel like I've wasted a year talking about how I'm going to go back and do something where if I would have written it down, if I would have booked in the appointment, if I would have visually seen, you know, that on paper, like I'm going to go on Friday, maybe put it in my phone. Like even if I would have scheduled it in my phone, right? I'm going on Friday, or I'm going on whatever day, I would have done it. And it wouldn't have been a year since I had that procedure done. So that goes to show you how, first of all, easily the days go by. Sometimes, man, I could have sworn an hour goes by, I'm on the internet or I'm writing something. And to me, it feels like 5 minutes and I look at the clock and it's, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours later. So, you know, it happens. So number one thing that guys should be doing is writing out stuff that you want to accomplish. So do it on a planner, plan it out in chunks. And okay, so step one was the printable planner. Like I said, go on Pinterest, and there's some really cool free printable planners that you can print out. They have daily ones, weekly ones, monthly ones, and you can print them out in the size that fits for whatever planner you have. Or if you want, you know, full size printer paper, you can print it out like that too. I use A4 for my planner that I tuck into my all my purses. So that's how I print them out and just place them in there. And once you're done blocking out the times that, like I said, like, or are given, like your school schedule for the kids, like, you know what time they're in school, right? Block that out. You know what time your husband comes home to eat dinner. Block that out, because you have to prepare dinner, right? Once you see all the times that in the day that you can't really change, then you know how many hours you have to work with, right? So then you start blocking out the things that are fun for you, and that is the first and foremost important thing that you should do, because usually we like to plan the things that we should do, and usually the things that we should do aren't fucking fun, all right? Like, we should go to the dentist every 6 months. Nobody wants to plan that shit. We should, you know, exercise. Nobody wants to plan that shit. So plan some fun stuff. It'll make you happy, and it'll make you look forward to planning out the rest of the month, the year, whatever, however long you're planning ahead. So plan out some fun stuff. Fun stuff could be girls' lunch, which is what my lovely group of friends love to plan. Right, Anka? We love planning girls' lunch. Holidays. Plan out your holidays. How often do you want to go on a holiday? Even if it's a staycation, you know. We have a lot of hotel points. So not all the time can we go out to the beach or hop on a plane and leave Bangkok. So sometimes just a change of scenery is good for you. So just planning, you know, a staycation where you are in a different area, like rent a hotel room and use some hotel points. Sometimes they have really good deals. So just plan that out. Plan out some fun stuff. Plan out me time. Yeah, girl times are the best. Plan out me time. And me time could be anything. Me time could be yoga, could be meditation, could be getting your nails done. Could be just sitting and reading a book. You know, whatever really brings you joy, plan that out. However many times a week you want to plan it out, because everyone is different. Me, I actually haven't sat down and read a book without interruptions or the desire to do it, or without the drilling, in months. Okay, which I actually do love reading, so I do gotta give it. If you see like my books back here, so like 80% of those books I haven't read, or I've started and haven't finished. So so plan out some me time. What else you need to plan out? So you're planning out the times that you can change. You're planning out girlfriend time, the times that make you happy. You're planning out me time. Plan out some exercise stuff. I know I don't really like to work out. So I try to find exercise things that I can do that aren't really exercise, like dancing. Yes, dancing. You know, kill two birds with one stone. Go out on a date night with the hubs or the boyfriend or the girlfriend. Even girls' night out, you dance. That's exercise, people, okay? Especially if you're wearing heels. That's an extra, 3-5 calories a minute if you're dancing with heels, okay? That's exercise. Kill two birds with one stone. I got your back, all right? So plan out some fun exercise stuff, right? Because we do feel better when we exercise. It's just the law of nature, right? Then you want to start planning out your goals, and I would do that separately. There's a reason why I would plan out goals for the new year separately, and I'll tell you why. So get out on a different piece of paper, and what you want to do is you want to plan out, okay, what's my big goal for 2018? Whatever that is. It could be, I want to go skydiving, right? For me, for example, I want to go skydiving. I really do. And ironically enough, there's a skydiving center 2 hours from here in Pattaya, which I just found out. Anka, I'm going to freaking go skydiving. And I just told you guys first because I haven't told the husband. I kept forgetting to tell the husband. I want to go skydiving and I'm afraid of heights, right? And I'm afraid I'm going to die, right? So, I mean, that's a real fear, right? Fear of death. So, but I still really want to do it. So how would I plan for that, right? Well, the first thing I would do is research the hell out of skydiving, right? And statistics, right? How many people actually die a year from skydiving? And how many people have died in Pattaya with the skydiving place, right? And that's funny as shit, but it's reality, okay? You have to plan stuff out. You can't just say, all right, well, next year I'm going to make X amount of money that month, every month, and it's just going to come to me. Well, how are you going to make that money? How are you going to accomplish that big goal, right? And you accomplish it by accomplishing smaller goals. So you have to break the big goal down into smaller goals, smaller, attainable, achievable goals. First of all, it'll give you more momentum and it'll keep you happy and motivated. Like, oh yeah, you know, like I crossed that little goal off my list. Like for me, for example, I want to book out my group sessions, right? My group coaching programs that I only offer 3 times a year. Well, in order for me to do that, I have to then promote my group coaching service to more people. I have to get it out there. Well, how would I do that? That means I have to promote more on where my clients would be. Well, for me, it's Facebook. Even though I have more followers on Instagram, my clients are usually on Facebook or in expat Facebook groups. So I would then say, okay, well, I need to put my product in front of 10 people today, 10 clients, possible clients. So then I would do that and I would put that down on that goal, that smaller goal. Excuse me. So my big goal would be fill up group coaching. The smaller goal would be putting it in front of 10 people a day. Okay. Then another little goal that would help me get to the bigger goal. You guys understand? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying with that. And accomplishing the smaller goals makes you feel happy, keeps momentum going, so that you can accomplish the bigger goal. So write down your goals, all the big ones, and then break down the big ones into smaller ones. So this is what you should be doing on the second page. That has nothing to do with the planner, okay? So once you do that, which you should really be spending like 15, 20, 30 minutes on the goal setting. It could be anything. Everyone's goals are different. So don't be hard on yourself if like, you know, you're writing something down and you're like, oh, well, that's not a really big goal. Who cares? It's your big goal and it's your life. So don't compare yourself or your goals to someone else's because everyone has different goals and they have a different life. And, you know, things matter to people differently. Okay. So go ahead and do that. Once you do that, what you should be doing is those little goals that you wrote down, you schedule them into your planner. So that's what I want you guys to do for the new year, for planning out your goal setting for the new year. You take that little goal. So for me, I would be like, well, how many days, right? I look at my schedule. I don't like working on the weekends. Sometimes I do. Sometimes you see me on social media. Or if I have a discovery call and the person can only do it on a Saturday or Sunday, of course, I'm going to do it for them. So I putting that one goal that I mentioned about putting the product in front of 10 people a day. So I would write that down, what days that I have available. So Monday through Friday would be for me. Whatever day, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning, I am on a Facebook group putting my product out in front of people. Then I go and I see the next little goal that I have to accomplish. I take that and I put that and I schedule that in. And so eventually I'll reach the bigger goal because I'm doing the little things that I need to do to accomplish the bigger goal. So as the day goes by, putting my product out there in front of 10 new people a day takes 2 minutes. It doesn't take that long to post on social media. Okay. It doesn't take that long to, promote the program through an email list. It doesn't take that long to do a live Facebook video and mention the fact that I have a group coaching that it's only available 3 times a year. I just said that. So that's my big suggestion with goal planning for the new year, is to break it down, and then those little goals, you put it in your planner, okay? So once you do that, however long you want to give yourself to accomplish that goal, now be open to changing your goal celebration line. For example, things happen, emergencies happen, and crises happen all the time. So for example, if you give yourself 3 months, right, to accomplish that one of your big goals, but 3 months come and go and you don't accomplish that goal, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Look at the little goals that you accomplish. Look at the bigger goal. Sit down and brainstorm what other things you can add on your list of little goals to be able to achieve the bigger goal. So, and also take a look back at what you did and what worked and what didn't work, right? So again, back to me, using myself as an example. Let's say I post on Instagram a live story and talk about the group coaching, and maybe 5 people look at the video, right? Well, 5 people, that's not a lot of eyes on my life story, right? So then I would say, okay, well, that didn't work. How can I do it better? How can I plan better? Well, how can I make this little goal, right, this little action, how can I have that produce a better result for me? So I'm not giving up. I'm just fixing it. I'm just making it better. So that's what I would do if you don't reach your target goal in the X amount of time that you've given yourself. Just look at what worked and what didn't and fix that. Okay? What else? One of the things that we don't do that we should do is take a look at the people in your life that can help you achieve your goal. Okay? A lot of the time, we don't realize that, especially with social media, we have the ability to reach out to so many people. Okay, so for example, if you want to run a marathon, which I don't, but I couldn't think of anything else, and you have no idea what it takes to run a marathon, right? Well, what do? You reach out to your friends and you say, hey, has anyone run a marathon before? Can you give me some tips? Okay, a lot of the times we want to do stuff ourselves. And the reason we want to do that is because it feels better when you do it on your own, right? Like, yeah, I did it on my own. I didn't need any help. Well, first of all, you're wasting a lot of fucking time that could be used to do all the other stuff that you want to do, like girls' night out, or doing nothing. If you could have better used your time by reaching out to people who could possibly help you. So when you write out your goals for the upcoming year, take that into consideration. Who can I ask to help me? Who can I reach out to? And you'll be surprised at how many people we forget that can help us reach our goals faster and easier and better, right? Because why do you want to do things the hard way? That makes no sense. If you can do something easier, then just do that. So, I really can't think of anything else for you guys to plan stuff out. Let's see. So writing them out into smaller chunks. Okay. So one of the things that you can do is to write down, once you write down all your big goals and all the little actions, right, that you need to take to reach the bigger goal, write down the obstacles that will stand in your way in achieving that goal. For example, for me it would be the drilling, right? So for the last month, I haven't been doing a lot of Facebook Lives or YouTube videos because my obstacle was, damn it, there's a lot of fucking noise, right? Well, month later, there's noise is still going on because there's 3 apartments that are being renovated and I can't help it. So I'm not going to spend a year not doing my videos. So I accept the fact that I have an obstacle, and the viewers will have to just understand that that is life. So write down your obstacles in achieving your goals. And what that does then, you can then brainstorm on how to overcome those obstacles. So you're planning ahead, and then when those obstacles arise, you're not sitting there crying and complaining that you can't reach your goal because you've already brainstormed on how to overcome those obstacles. So for example, One of the obstacles that I can have in achieving my goal in running a marathon is that I actually don't like running. Well, yeah, if you don't like running, you're going to have a big ass hard time overcoming, right, that obstacle. So then what you write is, well, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to achieve this goal? Why do I want to run a marathon? Because I've always wanted to run a marathon, or because, I'll feel accomplished, or because my kids will be happy for me, my family and friends will, be supportive of me, whatever it is, whatever reason it is. Why do you want to accomplish these goals? If you want to accomplish a goal for yourself, it's going to be easier to attain than if you're trying to reach a goal for someone else. Because if you're going to do something for yourself, it brings you more joy. So make sure that your goal, whatever goals it is that you're setting for yourself, that you want to do them for yourself, and not for someone else. Okay. My video just got dark for some reason. You guys see that? I don't know why, but it's dark. Piece of shit out of me. Anyway, so yeah, you want to write down your obstacles, and you want to write down how to overcome those obstacles. Okay. And then once you do that, accountability, how will you hold yourself accountable? For example, okay, if I don't post to these Facebook groups daily, right, I will not get my product out there in front of the people that I want to reach, which means I'm not going to attain the bigger goal. I'm not going to reach the bigger goal of filling out my group coaching programs, right? So once you see it on paper, you can easily see how you sabotage yourself and how you give up easily, right? Because when you write it down, you're like, wow, this is what I usually do. I write down a goal, this obstacle comes up, and then, oh, forget it. The obstacle came up, I give up, right? It's so easy to do that. But when you see it down on paper, you're like, you know what? I am not going to let this obstacle stop me from achieving my goal. So then you plan ahead for that obstacle. You overcome that obstacle, you're going to reach your goal, okay? And you're going to feel so much fucking better, okay? Unless you want to repeat all the stuff that you didn't accomplish this year in 2017, unless you want to repeat that stuff and that cycle, then more power to you. Then you really shouldn't be watching this video, because the whole point is you want to live a better life. You want to accomplish more things. You want to, be better in all aspects of your life. So then great. That's what coaching is for. And that's what goal planning is for. If not, then go live your shitty life and keep complaining about the stuff that you don't do, right? So anyway, that's that. For those of you that will catch the video later, because I was 30 minutes late today, like I said, I overslept. Feel free to comment below any questions that you have about goal setting and goal planning. And I will come back to this video and reply to your comments. I love helping you guys out. So really, whatever questions you have, just write them down. That's basically it as far as goal setting for the new year. I will link, I think I have 1 or 2 printable sheets that you guys can use for goal setting, and I will link to them below once I post this video live, because my desktop is still restarting and I can't do it while I'm on the phone. So that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night or day, depending where you are in the world. This is day 3 of 12 days of coaching. I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I will not be late to the party. Like I said, if there's a topic you guys want me to cover, ask Daddy what that is. I don't know.
No, don't. No, Daddy is at the ATM.
Okay. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So if there's any topic that you guys want me to cover, oh, I got a little heart. Post it below, and then I'll consider that topic for the next coaching day. Love you guys. Have a fabulous fucking day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.